Welcome to Idea TV News at 9. I am Mary Ojumajo. We'll begin with the headlines. Nigerian lawmakers move to comb skyrocketing airfares ahead of Christmas. UN warns of funding cuts hitting Egypt's most vulnerable. Mali unveils national cybersecurity strategy to protect critical infrastructure. Liberia partners with HUAWEI to accelerate digital transformation. Away from Africa, Trump introduces $1 million gold card visa for fast-track U.S. residency. In business, SAHARA Group Foundation unveils community impact project to drive grassroots development. In health, stakeholders call for major reforms in Disability Commission. And finally, in sport, Rwanda outshines Nigeria on West African Trophy Leaderboard. Now the news in full. The House of Representatives has raised alarm over a step rise in domestic airfares, calling the surge exploitative and threats to millions of Nigerians hoping to travel home for the festive season. Lawmakers said that the spike, with some tickets now costing between 300,000 and 400,000 naira, stem for a combination of insecurity on highways, multiple aviation levies, dwelling airline capacity, and alleged profits with operators. The fare price could reach 500,000 and Christmas approaches, making air travel unaffordable for many. During today's meeting, lawmakers debate measures to ease the burden on travelers. They approached the establishment of a transparent review mechanism to determine the minimum operational cost for airlines and called for a 50% reduction in aviation taxes and levies. The House also urged the Central Bank of Nigeria to prioritize foreign exchange allocation to airline operators and tasked the House Committee on Aviation to interfere with carriers and executive for a repost within 7 days. Airline operators have cited high government charges, the cost of imported parts, maintenance, and fuel expenses as drivers of rising fares. The International Air Transport Association noted that global ticket taxes added significantly to the final airfares, often distorting competition and harming connectivity. Meanwhile, many Nigerians faced with unsafe highways and growing demand for flights continue to bear the burden of soaring ticket price, prompting urgent calls for regulatory intervention. In another news, the United Nations has sounded the alarm over reduced development financing in Egypt, warning that cuts are starting support for the country's most at-risk population, including migrants, refugees, women, and children. Speaking from Doha, Elena Panova, UN resident coordinator in Egypt, said global officials' development assistance had declined, resulting in an $87 million shortfall for UN progress in the country. She stressed the urgent need for landscape government-led initiatives to tackle rising inequalities, climate challenges, and other complex development issues. Panova highlighted the UN's effort to work with the Egyptian government on innovative financing solutions, including debt swaps, and emphasized the importance of coordinated action at scale. UN-supported social protection program currently reach more than 5 million households, linking cash transfer with access to employment, education, health, and food security. Cash is just one part of it. Empowerment is the goal, Panova said, stressing that sustainable development in Egypt depends on unified action under government leadership. Mali has approved its first fully coordinated national cybersecurity strategy, aiming to strengthen protection of critical infrastructure and modernize governance. The National Cybersecurity Strategy 2026-2030, endorsed by the Council of Ministers on 5th December, comes amidst rising cyber threats and high-profile attacks targeting tax, banking, and public sector systems. Authorities said the plan is essential for building national resilience and safeguarding the country's ongoing digital transformation. This strategy seeks to address Mali's current basic cybersecurity capacities as reflected in its Tier 4 ranking on the International Telecommunications Union Global Cybersecurity Index. Recent incidents include the 2022 batch of 312,000 tax-paying records and a major 2013 cyber attack on Bank of Africa Mali has exposed gaps in technical, organizational and skills development areas. The government says the new framework will introduce standardized security protocols, improve instant response, and foster collaboration with international partners. Officials emphasize that the strategy is aligned with broader national development plans, including Mali Kura Taku 2060 MA and the National Strategy of Emergency and Sustainable Development 2024-2030. By securing its digital ecosystem, Mali hopes to expand public sector digitalization, stimulate innovation, attract investment, and build a more reliable environment for citizens, businesses, and government operations. Liberia is turning to Chinese tech grants HUAWEI to boost its national digital inclusion drive, exploiting the development of the country's digital village model. The initiative aims to improve connectivity, support education, stimulate economic activity, and expand access to essential digital services across the country. Officials said that the model includes internet stores, connected high schools, smart classrooms with tough borders, online learning system, and solar-powered electricity for households. In August, LIBERIA completed its first digital village in Foya district, Lufa country. The project provides internet access and green energy to over 50 households and key institutions such as schools, hospitals, clinics, churches, and mosques within a 2.5-kilometer radius. Additionally, around 100 households benefit from free electricity, while smart classrooms equipped standards with digital skills for the modern economy. Authorities describe this milestone as a crucial step towards bringing the nation's digital drive. Despite its effort, Liberia still faces major digital challenges. The UN e-Government Index ranks the country's 47th out of 54 African states, while the ICT Development Index places it 36th out of 47 African nations. Internet penetration remains low at just 23.5%, even though 59% of Liberians own a mobile phone, highlighting the gap between network availability and effective adoption. The government hopes that the Digital Village initiative will drive socio-economic growth and bring more Liberians online. We'll go on a quick break now. The news continues after now.
Number 10. Advanced cybersecurity with AI and quantum resistance. Cyber threats are growing as fast as the technology protecting against them. In 2023, the U.S. saw over 3,200 reported ransomware incidents, according to the FBI's IC3 report, a 74% increase from the year before. AI-driven cybersecurity tools are now being trained to spot anomalies in real time, identifying breaches before they spread. At the same time, researchers are developing quantum-resistant encryption. The U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST, has already selected new post-quantum cryptographic algorithms, preparing for a world where quantum computers could break today's encryption in seconds.
Thanks for staying with us. The U.S. President Donald Trump has unveiled a new immigration pathway known as the Gold Card visa, offering foreigners the opportunity to fast-track U.S. residents for a $1 million contribution. Announcing the initiative during a White House roundtable, Trump described the program as very exciting and said it would allow participants to obtain U.S. residence in record time. The official application portal topcard.government went live on Wednesday. According to details on the website, applicants will pay a $15,000 Department of Homeland Security processing fee in addition to the $1 million US dollars contribution, after which successful candidates might be granted lawful permanency residency under the EB1 or EB2 visa category, typically reserved for individuals with extraordinary or exceptional abilities. The process, which includes an interview and background checks, is expected to take only weeks, with additional State Department fees applying where necessary. The platform also teased a higher tier drum platoon card program, which will allow paying applicants to spend up to 270 days in the U.S. without being taxed or foreign income. Interested individuals can join the waiting list, with the scheme requiring a 5 million US dollars contribution and a 15,000 US dollars processing fee upon launch. The introduction of these programs marks one of the most expensive U.S. immigration pathway ever proposed. In business, the Sahara Group Foundation has launched the Sahara Community Impact Project, an initiative designed to boost entrepreneurial job creation and capacity building across African communities. Leveraging its extra entrepreneurial model, the foundation aims to reduce resource waste, strengthen local value chains, and establish community business hubs that will provide shares processing facilities, digital training, and improvised market access. Application for SCIP opens in January 2026, with selected beneficiaries set to receive mentorship and operational support. Speaking during the launch, the foundation's director, Chidilim Manakaye, said SCIP would bring skills, resources, and opportunities directly into communities to foster sustainable, locally driven growth. She explained that the hubs covering sectors such as agriculture, trade, craftsmanship, service, and innovation will serve as engine for enterprises expansion and long-term economic resilience. The initiative will also enhance financing access through partnership with financial institutions, corporation communication head the communication head Better Obioma noted that the project will first roll out in Nigeria before expanding across Africa as a model for communication-led transformation. The foundation says that the program built in as acceleration framework will ensure measurable impact, while the community referral call is expected to begin in the first quarters of 2026. Stakeholders include media partners and community leaders have been encouraged to support what the foundation described as a long-term commitment to building globally competitive yet locally rooted communities. And now in health, stakeholders in disability sector include advocates, lawyers, medical experts, and civil service leaders are demanding a complete overhaul of the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities. Speaking at the 2025 Disability Rights Advocacy Network Roundtable in Lagos, argued that can effectively implement Nigerian disability law and protect the rights of persons with disabilities. The Joint Roundtable said that the Commission currently lacks manpower, resources, and nationwide visibility. Others highlighted cases of discrimination faced by persons with disability and called for the establishment of state and local government offices, an enforcement unit, and a national database to support monitoring. The East African headed Nigerian their first defeat of the competition on Tuesday, a result that led the people and covered every other event that followed afterwards. And that's all we have for you on Idea TV News at 9. Thanks for watching. I remain Mary Ojumajo.